My name is Lawrence Crawford, and I would like to take the opportunity to introduce to you a very dear friend of the Lincoln College Preparatory Academy High School and family. His name is Daryl Andrews. He is also known as Coach D. My school recently became acquainted with Mr. Andrews about 6 weeks ago, as he came to Lincoln prepared to motivate the student body in preparation for the upcoming MAP, IB, and AP exams that our students will soon be facing to turn their distant goals into more obtainable achievements. But without further ado, please join me in welcoming Mr. Daryl Coach D. Andrews.
This is life perception. Now, can I get everybody in here to do something real quick? Can I get you to shake somebody's hand and say, "No excuses, baby"? Can you do that real quick? Shake somebody's hand. Shake your, say, could you say, "No excuses, baby"? Can I, no excuses. So you got to create a no excuses life perception. You see, I like a couple of quotes when it comes to this no excuses, because the whole thing is about setting the bar high. Why don't you high five somebody and say, "Set the bar high, baby"? Come on, let's set the bar high. Set the bar high, baby. Set it high. And the reason why that's important, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why that's important is because nobody rises to low expectations. You see? And I want you young people to set that bar high. Put it on up there and go for it. Be willing to take risks. Do things that you, like Captain Kirk said, baby, boldly go where no man has gone before. Do some things that's so innovative. We are standing here in this country on the backs of people who are risk takers, who are willing to try things and new innovative things that created the airplanes and created the cars and automobiles. These were people who had things inside them and were willing to take risks despite what people may think about them. They decided they were going to go for it, And there's nothing wrong with taking risks. I remember hearing this one quote about taking risks where the guy said, like this. He said, taking risks is like jumping off a cliff and building your wings on the way down. Yeah. And I heard this other guy said something about this when it comes to taking risks. He said, if you fall on your face, you're still falling forward. Willie Johnny says, a setback is nothing but a setback. Setback is nothing but a setup for a comeback. And the bottom line is go for it. Take risks. Go for those dreams. Try new and innovative things, because up here could be the next great scientist, the next great doctor, the next great lawyer, somebody that can find a cure for cancer. Man, you don't know who's sitting here today. Go for it with everything that's inside of you. Don't let anything stop you. I'm standing here because of my mother. Let's give mama's hand claps tonight here. My mother, man, I'm standing here because of my mama, who was willing to take a risk and went back to school and ended up beginning her education, and the education that she received liberated us. And that's why this man is standing up here today. I can't take credit for this. It's because of a mama who was willing to take risk and go for it. You see, she understood something, and is that, she was carving the way for future generations. And that's what you're doing in your life right now. You're carving the way for future generations to come after you, the children that you'll have years from now. Like years from now. Once you get married and, go through college and all those good things. You're carving the generation. You see, they're going to be standing on your shoulders. You'll be the one that takes them to the next level. And the last key I want to share with you is you must develop an attitude problem. Now, how many of you in here have an attitude problem? You don't know what I'm talking about. You think I'm talking about a negative attitude. I'm talking about a positive attitude. A positive attitude. I can't get rid of this problem of having a positive attitude. You see, an attitude that I can succeed, an attitude that I can accomplish my dreams, and I'm not going to let anybody stop me. Shake somebody's hand and say, "Don't let anybody stop you." Come on. Shake your man. Don't you let anybody stop you. Who stop you from living your dreams? I like this quote about attitude by Dr. Eleanor Levy, who's an immunologist and PhD out of Boston University. She says, "Our thoughts affect the way we feel more so than what we eat. Research throughout the world, including Harvard's Body and Mind Institute, suggests that positive thoughts increase white blood cell count. helping to fight disease and infection. Positive thoughts also increases the body's production of adrenaline and endorphins, with helping with overall vitality and excitement about life. If you want to improve the way you feel and look, begin with your attitude. And instantly feel better about your life and all that it has to offer for less than the cost of a Big Mac. Dr. William James, eminent professor and the father of modern psychology, said it like this. Of all of his research and all of the thesis and all the different things that he was involved, when he boiled this thing down to success in life to one thing, in one sentence, he said, the greatest discovery of my generation is that a person can change their life by changing their attitudes of mind. He said, the greatest of all the things I've seen, attitude is the key. Could you shake somebody's hand and say, attitude is everything, baby? Come on, I'm here to get you a little fired up before, Attitude is everything. See, it's the attitude that you have that's going to take you to that next level. So you need to consider your attitude about your friendships. Because what did I tell you? Do y'all remember when I spoke here? I said, show me your friends and I will show you your what? Y'all don't remember. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Albert Einstein had this quote about relationships, and it's something we all can learn from. He said, great minds suffer violent opposition from mediocre spirits. You should be very careful about who you associate with as you start this quest in your life. You need to get yourself a dream team. 4, 5, 6 people. You don't need a whole lot of them. Hang out with them. There's some guys that wrote a book called The Pact. 3 boys got together, 9 years old, said we're going to grow up and become doctors. And guess what they grew up to become? Doctors. You don't need a whole lot of people. You just need a few. When you leave this stage today, you go out and find people that want to go for it and want to do something with their life. And don't you let anybody take you otherwise down. Don't let them do it. And then you need to have an attitude about your passion. You have gifts, dreams, and talents. I would encourage you to do a Google search on a thing called the multiple theory of intelligences by Howard Gardner, where he said that every last one of us have a genius in us. How many of you out there got genius in you? Wave your hands. Don't be modest now. Come on. We all have a form of genius. That could be bodily kinesthetic gift, or it could be interpersonal gift. Look that up and find out what's your genius, and let your genius impact society in a positive way, because every last one of you have genius in you. And lastly, your attitude towards giving back. Once you go out and you do something in your life, you come back and let other kids in Kansas City know about how to do this. You let your younger brothers and sisters, you show them how to do it. You just become that example of how to do it and give back to your community. I go back to my hometown on a regular basis because I want them to know I haven't forgotten about you. I'm from here because I am who I am because of you. So give back to your community. Last thing I want to leave you with as I get ready to step off the stage is just a little thing to consider. And I want to share this in a story from a story I heard a long time ago. And it's something that you got to do if you're just going to make this thing happen. And I want to share this in the form of a story real quick. There's a story about this guy that was a bad golfer. He was out on the golf range and he was getting ready to play around the golf. And on this particular area where the tee was located, there was an ant mound up there, a bunch of ants. And so this guy that played golf, he was a hacker. Anybody play golf? Ever heard of a hacker before? That's not a good golf player. That's somebody that really don't know how to play the game that well. And so this guy had to put the ball in, he had to tee it off. But he had a problem, he couldn't hit the ball. So what he would do is he would take his golf club and he would take it back and he would swing and he would take a whole bunch of ants out in one shot. Just kill a whole bunch of ants because the ant mound was right next to the tee. Then he would take the ball back, the club back, and he would swing one more time and he would kill a bunch of other ants. And then he would swing one more time and he'd kill a few more ants. And he finally got down to, ladies and gentlemen, there was only 2 ants left. That was it. He killed all the rest of them. So the one ant looked at the other ant and he said, what do you think we should do? He done killed everybody else. What do you think we should do? Well, the one ant looked at the other ant and he said, you know something? I think if we're going to survive, we better get on the ball. You leave this place today, go to college, go whatever, and get on the ball. God bless you. And I wish the best for you.